Hi everyone, and welcome to ArtSites.ca. Here's our tutorial on how to set up your own 10-day free trial website. So your first step is going to be filling out the Create a 10-day free trial website form. So you're going to create your username. So that'll be the name of your website for your URL. For now, it'll just be whatever your username or your URL name is. So it could be your name, and then it will be .artsites.ca. And then you create your password, and then you enter your password in again, and then you link up your email address that you would like all correspondence to be sent to, and then you write down your artist name. And then after you've done all that, then you're going to customize your website. So you're going to put in a website title. So in this case, I've just called it tutorial. And then you can do a website tagline like welcome to my website or whatever you want. And then you're going to put your name, your contact name. And then if you were referred by anyone, you can put their names in there as well. And then once that's all been done, you've created your setup, and then you can go to your trial website and start adding your own special touches to it. So you can get started by logging into your administration panel by actually clicking that link, the log into your administration panel, and then you'll put in your username, which you created in the first step, and then your password. And then there's also going to be an email message sent to you shortly on how you can access your trial website. And then the first page you see when you log into your administration panel is the layout page. Now the layout is all the different, layout you can do for the style of website that you want. And what I would recommend is actually going back and forth between your website and the top left corner beside the word admin tutorial, it says view website, and that will just send you a link to your actual website. It will just open up as a new window so you can go back and forth and see how the different layouts look like while you're working on the website by adding images and all that jazz. So the next step, what I would recommend doing is going to the Images tab, so the top sort of to the left there, and then what you're going to do is you're actually going to remove the trial images. This way it just gives you a fresh start on uploading all of your images on there. So to remove those trial images, you're just going to select the tab that says Remove Trial Images, and then this confirmation will pop up, and you just hit OK, and then those will remove them out of your image library. And then the next step, you're going to go to your Galleries tab, and it's got the same idea as the default trial images. We've also got default galleries. So what I would do is I would actually just remove them to start. So what you're going to do in order to remove them, you'll see the gallery list on the left-hand side. And in this case, the landscapes gallery is highlighted, and you'll see the little X icon. So you're going to click on that to remove that gallery. And then once again, you'll get one of these little confirmations, yes or okay, you would like to delete the gallery. And I would do that for the remaining galleries, the flowers and the others, just so you start out with a fresh start there. And then the next thing I would suggest you do, if you already know what sort of galleries you want to create for your website, I would add them in now, because that will make your life a little bit easier when you're uploading your images. So to add a new gallery, you just go under the gallery list there on the left-hand side and just select Add a New Gallery. And then that will bring you to your Create a New Gallery page, and that's where you'll put in a title, and then if you want your gallery to be hidden for whatever reason while you're working on it, it doesn't have to be shown up, so you just check that little box, and then you add in your description. But if you don't want it to be hidden, obviously you can just leave that box unchecked and it will show up on your website like regular. And then if you scroll down a little bit, it also gives you another extra text box, and then once you're happy with the gallery description and all that, then you're going to select Add New Gallery. And then once you've created the galleries you know you want to put images in, then you're going to go back to your images library and select Upload Multiple Images, and that will bring you to this page. And then you'll select a gallery in which you want the images to be uploaded. So you're just going to click on that little drop-down menu, and then all the galleries that you've already created just now, they'll be there. So if you know that you've got a bunch of landscape images that you want to upload all into the same gallery instead of doing them individually, you can just do it all in one fell swoop here. So you just select the gallery you want them to go in. And then if you want to upload an individual image each time, it'll bring you to this page. So for upload one image, and so that's where you put in your title and then your description, and then the choose file is where you would choose the files that you want to upload, or rather one file you want to upload. And then on the right-hand side, you can say including gallery. So if there's a certain image that you just need to add into one of the galleries that you didn't get necessarily the first time when you did it all in one fell swoop for that gallery, you can actually just add in individual images. And then we've got availability. So if you want the image to show as available and available for purchase, then you can have that box checked. And then if it's been sold, you can uncheck the box. And then a little red dot will show up to say that it's sold. Then the next page you can work on is your biography page. Here is where you can actually upload an image if you want, and then write your biography here. It's a pretty flexible page. It's entirely up to you how you want to use it. Some people have used this page as their CV page, but I'll show you how to do an extra page in just a moment here, where you can have sort of the addition of the biography page and then an additional CV page. And then we'll have a look at the home page. Here you can do a bit of customization. Initially, the default is this little special image that will be replaced by a slideshow of all the images in your images library. So on your home page, it will just go through that slideshow of all the images in your image library. But there are a lot of customizations that you can do with it. You don't necessarily have to have this slideshow image. But what I would recommend, and for all of these pages that I'm showing you on this tutorial, once you've sort of put your images in and gotten the bones ready for your website, I would recommend going and checking out our artsites.ca or .us/tutorials page, because that gives you a lot more of an in-depth look into each page and all the different features that you can add to your website and to your page. So I recommend checking that out for more detailed instructions on what you can do with your home page. And then we've got the more pages option. So say you've got a page that you want to create that isn't necessarily one of our sort of default options of like bio, gallery, events page, blog, what we're going to go through. So say you want to do an artist statement page, you can totally do that here. So you would just put the page name as artist statement, menu name artist statement, page title, whatever title you want, and then the content can go in there, and you can do, you add images, you can embed videos and all that jazz. But definitely check out the tutorials page for more on how to create this page. And you can also use this for, a CV page. It's pretty customizable. And then we've got the events page. This is a handy little page because it actually gives your visitors sort of a one-stop shop to check out all the current exhibitions that you're a part of, or workshops that you're hosting, any sort of events that you are a part of. And it just sort of gives them the dates and all the information. And also we add it to our ArtSites events page. And this is what the events page looks like. And then we have the blog page as an option. If you want, you can have the blog page, but you don't actually have to have a blog. It's just a nice option for you. Sometimes people will use this to sort of be an extra added feature to their events. So they're putting, all their events information in the events page, and then they put any sort of additional information that they can link back in a blog post. And it's nice for SEO, because then you are sort of creating more, I guess they call it Google juice, by creating more links to your website. So, it's sort of a nice way to keep your visitors updated with all that you're working on and what's happening in your art practice. And then we've got the mailing list option. It's pretty self-explanatory. People can sign up for a mailing list if you like to send out updates. You can actually, on your blog post, you can actually link it up with your mailing list. So anytime you create a blog post and you have the mailing list, anyone on your mailing list will get your blog post update. So that's a really nice feature. And then we have the Guestbook feature, which I really like because it sort of gives your visitors the opportunity to express all the things they love about your work and that they love about you, and how excited they are to be visiting your page. And then the links page just sort of gives you a way to put in all the different links. So say you're part of an artist collective and you want to link back to their website, or you're part of represented by a gallery, you can put those links in. It's sort of a nice one-stop shop for anyone looking to see links for where you're involved. And then you've got your contact page, which is pretty self-explanatory. They fill out a form with their name or rather you put in your name, so who they were contacting, and a sort of message like, hey, welcome to my page. If you've got any questions, send me a message here. And then you'll see at the top there, manage contact information page. So whenever you do get messages, it's sort of like a little inbox. You will get a notification to the email that you set it up with, but it's sort of a sort of one-stop shop there. You can check to see what messages you get through your contact page. And then if you scroll down a little bit on that contact page, you put in your email address that you want connected to. You can have the option to not display your actual email address on the page, because when they fill out the contact form, the email will automatically be sent to that email address. So they don't necessarily need your email address in that sense, but it's totally optional if you want to have the email address on there. And then you've got your phone number if you want. And the from prompt, so you can add that in there. And so then you would just say update contact information. And then we have the social media page. So basically the social media links are actually going to show up on your contact page above the little contact form. So any links that you put in here, it'll show up with the little icons, and then people can click to your social media page. So the social media shows up on your contact page. And then if you want to add any PayPal buttons and all that information, you can do that in the shop page. We do have video tutorials for you on our tutorials page. I do recommend checking those tutorials out for a more in-depth look on how to actually use this feature. And then we have the fonts page. On the left, you see the fonts that are currently already installed onto your website, but you can actually scroll through on the right-hand side. You'll see next page and that sort of thing, and you can actually pick different fonts. And then when the ones that you like, you can just hit the install button, and then they'll show up in the currently installed side. And then this is your stats page to keep track of all the page views and visitors. And then finally, we come to our advanced settings page. We do have a little warning disclaimer up at the top. It is something that you can have a look at, but I mean, we do recommend that if you've got sort of any in-depth questions, you definitely send Jeff or Rochelle a message and they'll be able to help you out, no problem. But yes, we do recommend just sort of staying away from this page, but these are all the different options available to you. And that's the end of our tutorial on how to build your ArtSites website. Again, I would direct you to the tutorials page on artsites.ca. It's a really, really helpful page. We've created little video step-by-step tutorials with step-by-step instructions as well on how to really make your website really special and how to do certain things on certain pages. So I definitely recommend familiarizing yourself with the tutorials page, and then you can get the most out of your exciting ArtSites website. Thanks for watching and have a great day, everyone.